Dad, when did you design this? How many years ago?
Many years ago.
How many years?
40 years, at least.
At least 40
At
years.
least 40 years.
Wow.
In the 60s.
Dad, wow. Amazing, and it's still here.
Yeah.
50 years later.
We are still here.
So it's day 9 in Hong Kong, and today we went to my dad's old church that he was a member of 50 years ago. It was pretty crazy because there was a lot of people who still went there, even after 5 decades, and everyone was so surprised and delighted to see my dad. Back when he was a member, he also designed a crucifix that they still use today in the sanctuary. Dad, when did you design this? How many years ago?
Many years ago.
How many years?
40 years, at least.
At least 40
At
years.
least 40 years.
Wow.
In the 60s.
Dad, wow. Amazing, and it's still here.
Yeah.
50 years later.
We are still here.
After church, we had lunch with all my dad's old friends, and then I headed off on my own to explore around the area of Tuen Wan. This building here is called The Mills, and it's actually a revitalized cotton factory that once operated in the 1960s and 70s. Today, it is part mall, part art museum, and part historical center. There are a bunch of stores where you can shop all kinds of clothing and souvenirs, as well as an art exhibition on cotton making and textiles. Time to film this morning, but it's day 9 in Hong Kong. This morning we went to my dad's church that he grew up in some 50 years ago, and that was pretty cool because there were a lot of people there who were still there, which is like, I mean, it's been like 50 years, so that was pretty cool. And afterward we went to lunch with a bunch of people whose names I honestly did not know, but they were my dad's old friends, and we took like a gazillion pictures. They were all really nice. I couldn't really talk to them very much, just because they were speaking Cantonese, but they were so welcoming and so nice. And now I'm at this mall slash, it's like there's a little mini exhibition in it about textiles, because it's a renovated textile mill. I might go back to this monastery that I went to earlier in the week that I lost the footage of. It was so beautiful there. It's maybe one of my favorite places that I went here in Hong Kong. And I lost a little footage, so I might go back there now. Okay, I went to the monastery, but it was actually closed. It's dark now. I can't really get any photos anyway. The bus that I took to get here like sat at the station for like 10 minutes. I don't know why. Well, I think it's just because it's like a mini bus, and the mini buses don't run that often. So this like monastery is like kind of in the middle of nowhere. So kind of annoying, but the gate was open to the monastery, like slightly, so I like went in, but then the security guard, he was like, "How'd you get in here?" And I just like pointed to the open gate, but then he like started saying more stuff that I didn't understand. So then I was like, "Sorry," and then I just left. But I took like one photo and like one video. Tomorrow I'm like going to spend the whole day hiking basically. I haven't decided whether I'm going to go to the Dragon's Back hike or to the Lion's Rock hike. But if I have time tomorrow, maybe I'll come back to the monastery. I don't know, I'm really disappointed, and also it's kind of annoying to get here and all for nothing, and my dad wants to like meet me at a restaurant that's like extremely far away. It's really hard to get there. Okay, I gotta like text him back or whatever.
Okay, this footage is really bad, but on my way back to the hotel, I heard something in the bushes on the side of the road and freaked out because I thought it was like a mountain lion or something, but it turns out it was just a family of wild pigs. The adult pigs were quite large, but there were also some cute little piglets. Later I looked it up, and apparently there are 2,000 or 3,000 boars just roaming around Hong Kong. Okay, I just walked like 45 minutes from the monastery to a shopping center near our hotel to get some food. Now I'm back at the hotel. I was gonna try to catch a bus back to the hotel, but the only buses that go up to the monastery, because it's kind of remote and in the mountains, are mini buses, and they don't run as often, and I just wasn't able to catch one. So I just walked a long way. My dad is still out with his brother eating dinner. I was going to try to meet them, but I couldn't get there in time because he picked a restaurant that was really far away. Tomorrow's our last day in Hong Kong. We go home on Tuesday, and I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to go home. This trip has been fun, but I think it's just been different. First of all, I dropped my camera in the ocean, so that was probably one of the worst experiences of my life, and I'm still recovering from that incident. I lost like irreplaceable footage on that camera and on the SD card. And second of all, I'm with my dad, and he's older and can't do as much, so I think it was just like a juggling act of like, how do I like make the most of my time here, like do the touristy things, but also be with my dad and take care of him because he does need, you know, some help. So I think I'm pretty tired and I want to go home. So, but otherwise, like, I think it was also really cool to just be around Hong Kong, where my dad grew up. Like, going to his church was cool. And the last time I went to Hong Kong was like a long time ago, and I don't really remember that much from it. So this was really cool. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my food and go to bed. See you guys tomorrow.